Hi everyone, my name is Batul Aksoy and I'm going to demonstrate something for you guys today that's very important to women's health. Talking about women's health issues has become taboo, and really one of the most important topics that need to be talked about is this exact topic. Menstrual pain, cysts, fibroids, yeast infections, and rashes are several of the issues women face. The World Health Organization states that 83% of the world's women have gynecological issues, and of those women, 62% issues arise from these pads you see here. Pads started becoming widely used around the early 80s, and this is when they were transformed into simpler versions. And since then, women have been faced with severe health issues. Let's take a closer look at these pads. So you can see that three sides are completely closed off, but the front is actually opened on either side. So when we place these in our bags, we allow for lint and loose coins and any other thing to come in contact with something that should stay completely hygienic. Open this up and take a closer look. The adhesive used on the back of this is actually an adhesive that's used to bind footwear. It makes our lives comfortable, simpler, but in order for us to get rid of this adhesive on our undergarments, we would need to wash our undergarments in a washing machine 27 times. And that just isn't something that's realistic or affordable. Now, let's take a look at our Airiz pad. So if you take a look at the pack, you press on it, you can see there's no air going in or coming out of it. When you take a look at the inside, it's lined with aluminum. And this is something that's used to help keep foods fresh, but it's also something that's recyclable. When you look at the Airiz pad, all four sides are completely closed off. Even if you place it in your bag, nothing can happen. So let's open this up. When you open it up, you can get a nice fresh smell because the adhesive used on the back of this is actually pine resin from a pine tree. If I rub my hands against both of these, already on my left side, I start to feel a burning sensation. I'm going to demonstrate a dryness test for you. So women have an average of about 30 to 40 milliliters of discharge a day. So to simulate that, I'm going to empty out about 40 milliliters of water onto our X pad. But when it comes to our Airiz pad, I'm going to empty out 60 milliliters of water. Now, if I was to say to you that this pad could help keep you feeling dry after 10 seconds of use, it could help with getting rid of your yeast infections, lessen or even completely get rid of your menstrual pain after 10 minutes of use, prevent fibroids or cysts, and keep you rash-free, I'm sure every woman would say yes to using this. Before we continue with our dryness test, each Airiz pack comes with a pH balance test, and it has three components to it. One is a cotton swab, other is a test strip, and the last is a color scale. And you can perform this test anytime, on your own time, anywhere. Now, I'm going to take two napkins and I'm going to place them on either one of our pads. And I'm going to press down. As you can see, the Airiz pad is completely dry. X pad is completely soaked. I'm going to take this napkin that I pressed onto our Airiz pad and I'm going to press it onto our X pad. Again, it's completely wet. So now let's examine what each pad is made of. The top layer of our X pad, you can hear it, it's nylon. These blue parts, which are claimed to be absorbing parts of it, is actually blue dye. This is what tailors use. It's interfacing in clothing. This is also part of that. The area, which is the absorbing area also, is made out of cornstarch and gelatin. And the last layer is your regular grocery plastic bag. Now, let's take a look at the Airiz Pad. The top layer of this is made out of cotton. When you rip it apart, you can see cotton fibers in the air. This is our active oxygen negative ion strip. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Our next layer is also made out of cotton. This is a filter paper, also made out of cotton. This is an ocean polymer. Basically, it's seaweed. I'm going to empty this into an empty cup. And I'm going to take an extra 60 milliliters of water, and I'm going to empty it into where the ocean polymers are. I'm going to take another 60 milliliters, and I'm going to empty it again. So now this is holding a total of 180 milliliters of water. This layer is also a filter paper made out of cotton. This final layer is made with an advanced technology. It's breathable. It doesn't allow any liquid to seep through, but it also keeps the odor locked in. It's craft paper. Let's get to our strip. This is a bamboo strip that has active oxygen and negative ions in it. In order for us to have fresh air, there needs to be 1,000 negative ions per cubic centimeter. But because of all of the factories that are around and the high use of automobiles, that level has actually decreased to about 50 negative ions per cubic centimeter. So we aren't able to get the negative ions that we need. This strip has 6,100 negative ions in it. It can help with reducing menstrual pain, getting rid of odor, infections, and many other things that it could help with. Let's get to this now. So this is what is our super absorbing part of our pad. Has 180 milliliters of water in it. If I turn it upside down, nothing. This is how much liquid the Airiz Pad can hold. I want to thank you guys so much for listening to this. I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.